Steve was a big part of everything that's Bartlett and West right now. He put into place many of the processes and procedures that we have right now. His impact is a part of our DNA.
Steve's style was that he was extremely demanding, but at the same time, he expected the best from his employees. And he had the ability to recognize that people had talents that they didn't even know about. Steve was a good collaborator. He was always interested in what others had to offer, and didn't always feel like it had to be his idea to be a good idea.
Steve was an individual who was very caring, very sensitive. Although he was the top executive, I think people felt, I felt, and I would hear it from his employees, that people had a one-on-one relationship. You weren't just a number. He knew a lot about you as an individual.
If you can imagine two people on a committee, there's always room for deadlock. You know, if I felt like our direction should be in one way and Steve thought another, then we could be at loggerheads. Well, the way we handled that is we just kept talking through the situation until we came up with a solution that was best for the company.
And so he would often take a stand, and it led to some epic disagreements within our company over the years. But his point was that you have to discuss things. You have to get everybody's involvement. One of the really funny things is that he could start an issue on one side and then midstream switch to the other side and argue both sides of the issue as enthusiastically as anybody. So I think it made us a better company. I really do. Over the years, we've learned that having disagreements okay. And it used to bother me, but ultimately I learned that that's how we get to the best solutions. So Steve was a consummate businessman. He cared about the bottom line, but he cared about it in a different way. You see, he thought that the more profitable Bartlett and West is, the more we could give back to our community, the more impact we could have on a lot of different people outside of our company. When he came to Bartlett and West, he challenged us to continually increase our budget for charitable giving. But beyond just the financial gifts, he wanted us to give our time and energy, our expertise to charitable organizations, and certainly he's a good example of that.
Well, Steve served for 6 years on the Board of Trustees of Topeka Civic Theater. He actually served as our treasurer for 2 years. During that time, we did a large capital campaign, which allowed us to open our youth theater and our studio theater. So because of that, our programs have grown, our education programs, our academy has grown. He brought such talent, such knowledge, and such vision that our end product is something that's really going to be the roadmap that we need for many years to come. So the time, the talent that he shares with us and many other organizations really makes us a stronger organization.
He was attracted to any of the arts organizations, including Arts Connect in Topeka, because his mother was an artist, and he's had an appreciation for the arts since he was a child.
Well, Steve kind of grew up at Topeka Civic Theater and Academy. He came here with his parents, and then into adulthood continued coming here. Right now, he's in his 6th year on our endowment board of trustees, and the things he's done to help us grow the endowment are amazing. He's rewritten many of our bylaws and our programs, and we're about to launch a planned giving program in large part because of Steve.
And also any organization that fostered a stronger community like Go Topeka in downtown Topeka. He found a great pleasure in serving with those organizations, making them stronger.
During his year of leadership is when we attracted the Mars Chocolate Company in North America here. He was very involved in the recruitment and negotiations and selling of that project. He helped us do a significant 5-year fundraising campaign for Go Topeka. and helped us double our funding from the private sector, from the business community, to help our economic development efforts. He got heavily involved in the downtown Topeka fundraising effort, that it never would have happened, in my opinion, without his support and leadership. In fact, he shared with me he had been active 25 years earlier and helped actually spec and design the trees that were going to go downtown. And when he looked at them, he said, 25 years from now, they're probably not going to be the right size for what we need. But he said, I'll never be there 25 years from now. I won't have to worry about that. I wish I could be more like Steve Briman, because I think he has a great professional life, but also a fantastic personal life. He's a very hard, dedicated worker, but he's got a beautiful, successful, fun wife, Doree, that I can see. It's very evident when you're around him or Doree that their relationship is extremely strong.
I've never met somebody that has as much passion as Steve has. Passion for building a successful company, a company that will continue to be successful for years to come, but then also passion for his community, passion for giving back, passion for making a difference. It really drove much of who he is. He's an incredibly unique individual.
There are lots of options when it comes to banking,
Easy to get lost in all those choices.
but one bank has the roots to provide the banking strength you need. I'm Jack Dicus, Chairman Emeritus.
And I'm John Dicus, Chairman and President. One bank has weathered the storm, standing strong and secure.
Giving you security and safety when you need it most.
A true blue story of integrity, strength, and security. Capital Federal.